Every horse owner dreams of that one special moment. When your horse sees you from across the field, lifts its head, and walks past everyone else, straight to you. But have you ever wondered why? Why do some horses form unbreakable bonds with one person while staying distant from others? Is it the way you train them, the time you spend together, or is there something deeper, something invisible that your horse senses the moment you walk into the stable? In today's video, we're going to uncover what truly makes a horse choose their favorite human, and it might not be what you think. One, consistency and predictability. Horses are prey animals, which means for thousands of years, their survival depended on one crucial skill, the ability to predict danger. Anything unpredictable, anything that changes without warning, instantly triggers their instinct to protect themselves. And this is exactly why consistency plays such a powerful role in how a horse chooses its favorite human. Imagine two people. One approaches the horse the same way every single day, with calm energy, steady movement, and a familiar tone of voice. The other is unpredictable. One day soft and patient, the next day rushed, loud, or emotionally stressed. Without realizing it, the horse starts to make a choice, not based on who feeds them the most, but on who feels the safest to be around. For a horse, it's not just about kindness, it's about reliability. Horses naturally bond with the person whose behavior they can predict, because predictability creates a deep sense of security. And security is the first gateway to emotional attachment. But here's where it gets fascinating. Consistency isn't just about what you do. It's also about what you feel. Your energy, your breathing, even your intentions. Your horse reads all of it. So the real question becomes, how can you train your mind and body to become that safe space a horse is drawn to? Because this is only the first layer of the mystery behind their choice. 2. Gentle but clear communication. Horses don't choose their favorite human based on who is the strongest, but on who communicates the clearest. In the horse world, clarity equals safety. Horses are constantly reading body language, looking for signals that make sense, signals that match intention. When a human is gentle yet decisive, the horse feels guided, not controlled. Think of it like this. A horse doesn't want a leader who forces them, nor one who hesitates. Both of those feel confusing, even unsafe. What they are naturally drawn to is someone who speaks their language. Soft hands, relaxed posture, a steady rhythm in their cues. The message is calm, but undeniable. And here's the secret most people miss. Horses don't follow the person who dominates them. They follow the person who makes the world feel understandable. When a human uses clear, consistent signals and releases pressure the moment the horse tries, the horse starts to think, with this person, I always know what to do. With this person, I can succeed. That emotional success creates attachment. It's not obedience, it's partnership. And the horse begins to seek that human out, not because they have to, but because they want to. But what happens when the human's energy becomes even more influential than their cues? That's where the real bond begins. And that's what we explore in the next point. 3. Calm energy. Horses are incredible mirrors. They don't just notice what you do, they feel it. Every heartbeat, every breath, every twitch of tension in your body is sensed by them. And that's why calm energy is such a powerful factor in choosing a favorite human. Imagine a horse in a busy paddock. Some humans rush in, their voice is sharp, movements quick, shoulders tight. The horse senses the tension, the unpredictability. It raises its guard. Now imagine a human who enters slowly, breath steady, movements relaxed, energy soft. The horse notices the difference immediately. That calm energy acts like a magnet, silently saying, this person is safe. I can let my guard down here. It's fascinating because horses often remember not just actions, but feelings. They gravitate toward the humans who make them feel grounded, even when everything else around them is chaotic. And once a horse feels safe, trust grows. Curiosity replaces caution. Playfulness replaces anxiety. And attachment begins to form, almost without the human even trying. But calm energy isn't just natural, it can be cultivated, which means the person a horse chooses isn't always the strongest or most experienced. It's often the one who controls their own energy best. And this is where the subtle magic of being a horse's favorite begins. 4. Respectful interaction. Horses are masters of boundaries. They know exactly what they are comfortable with, and they communicate it subtly, sometimes with a flick of an ear, a step back, or a soft sigh. And the humans horses choose as favorites, they listen. A favorite human isn't the one who ignores the horse's signals or forces them into submission. They are the one who pays attention to those tiny cues, allowing the horse to say yes or no without punishment. This respect builds trust in a way that commands or treats never can. Imagine two people leading the same horse. One pulls and corrects when the horse hesitates, the other pauses, gives space, and adjusts their approach according to the horse's response. Which person do you think the horse will seek out later, even when no task is at hand? Exactly. Respect is magnetic. And here's the interesting part. Horses can sense authenticity. They know if a human's respect is genuine or just a tactic. Only the humans who truly honor the horse's feelings and boundaries become emotionally memorable. Respect becomes the invisible thread that draws a horse closer, quietly yet powerfully, turning ordinary interactions into lasting bonds. But respect alone isn't enough. There's another layer that makes a favorite human irresistible to a horse, and that's where patience and shared time come in. 5. Patience and time together. Trust isn't built overnight. Horses remember patterns, feelings, and experiences far longer than we often realize. That's why patience and shared time are essential in choosing a favorite human. It's not about the number of hours spent brushing or riding. It's about quality, gentle moments that let the horse feel safe, understood, and unhurried. Every quiet walk, every pause to scratch a favorite spot, every moment of simply standing together builds an invisible bond. Imagine a human who rushes every interaction versus one who allows the horse to explore, think, and respond at its own pace. The patient person becomes the one the horse seeks out, not because they insist on attention, but because the horse learns that time with them is always calm, predictable, and rewarding in its own quiet way. Patience is more than waiting. It's listening, observing, and letting the horse make small choices that strengthen trust. And over time, those choices accumulate. A horse doesn't just spend time with their favorite human, they prefer it. It becomes part of who they are, almost like a silent promise. This human understands me. I can rely on them. And here's the secret. Once patience meets respect, energy, and clear communication, the emotional connection deepens to a level most humans never realize. 6. Positive reinforcement. Horses have incredible memories, not just for people, but for feelings. And one of the most powerful ways a human becomes a favorite is by making the horse feel good in their presence. Positive reinforcement isn't just about treats. It's about timing, attention, and acknowledgement. A gentle scratch in a favorite spot after a correct step, a soft word, or simply pausing to let the horse relax, all of these signal, "What you just did is right, and I appreciate you." When a horse experiences this consistently, it creates a kind of emotional imprint. They start to associate that human with safety, comfort, and success. They don't follow out of obligation. They follow because being near that person feels rewarding in the deepest sense. Here's the fascinating part. Even small, subtle reinforcements, like relaxing your own posture when the horse approaches, or giving space after a small gesture, have a huge impact. Horses are emotionally intelligent. They sense appreciation in ways that go beyond words. And over time, these little moments add up, forming a bond that feels almost magnetic. Positive reinforcement is the invisible thread that ties trust, respect, and time together, turning everyday interactions into lasting affection. And yet, there's one more secret layer that makes a horse's attachment truly unforgettable. 7. Emotional connection. Horses are remarkably in tune with emotions. They don't just notice what you do, they feel how you feel. And one of the strongest reasons a horse chooses a favorite human is because of an emotional connection that goes beyond training or treats. Imagine a person who is authentic, calm, and genuinely interested in the horse, not just in the outcome of a ride or task. Horses respond to that authenticity. They sense honesty, empathy, and emotional availability. That's why a horse might ignore a loud, high-energy person who seems impressive, but walk straight to the quiet human who simply understands them. This connection isn't forced. It's subtle. A shared glance, a mutual pause, a rhythm in breathing that feels familiar. Horses seek humans who reflect trust and calmness back to them, almost like they're saying, "I get you and I'm here." And once that emotional bond forms, it can be stronger than any command or reward. The horse begins to actively seek out that human's presence, not out of necessity, but out of desire. Because emotional connection is what turns trust into attachment, and attachment into genuine preference. But there's still one final piece of the puzzle, one invisible factor that often surprises even experienced horse people. And that's what we'll uncover next. Nonverbal harmony. Horses speak a language that is almost entirely nonverbal. They notice every shift in posture, every step, every subtle change in energy. And the humans they choose as favorites, they unconsciously match that language. Think of it like a dance. When a human moves with awareness, mirrors the horse's rhythm, and responds intuitively to their body language, the horse feels understood. It's not about mimicking or tricking them. It's about creating harmony. A human who moves in sync with the horse communicates safety, trust, and mutual respect without saying a single word. Horses can detect tension, hesitation, or unpredictability instantly. But when a person's energy flows with theirs, when movements are calm, deliberate, and responsive, the horse experiences a kind of invisible connection. That connection becomes magnetic. The horse doesn't just feel safe, they feel aligned. And here's the fascinating secret. This nonverbal harmony often deepens faster than words or rewards ever could. It's instinctive, almost primal, and it's often the final layer that makes a human truly unforgettable to a horse. It's not just about being loved, it's about being understood at a level that transcends commands, treats, or even time spent together. And that is how horses pick their favorite human. So there you have it, the 8 layers that guide a horse's choice for their favorite human. It's not about treats, not about who spends the most time riding, and definitely not about who is the loudest or strongest. It's about trust, patience, calm energy, respect, and an emotional connection that goes deeper than words. The next time your horse walks straight to you, remember, they're not just choosing a handler, they're choosing a partner, someone who speaks their language, feels their rhythm, and earns their trust day after day. If you enjoyed uncovering the mystery of how horses pick their favorite humans, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos full of insights, tips, and real horse wisdom. And tell me in the comments, does your horse already have a favorite person? I'd love to hear your stories.